So let's talk about how they would bring Ben Solo back, because in a lot of ways, I think he is kind of easier to revive than a character like Palpatine. And I think in some way they would need to also include Rey in this movie, even if it was only briefly. I feel like the best idea would be that because Ben Solo gave Rey his life energy at the end of Rise of Skywalker, he exists somewhere within Rey. So I guess could be reborn from her somehow. Midi-chlorians, who knows, man. He could also potentially come back as a Force ghost and then somehow also be reborn, be given a new life. I've always held the opinion that Ben Solo should have survived at the end of Rise of Skywalker, potentially instead of Rey. I like the idea of him having to live with the guilt of what he's done. Live with the guilt of having gone down the dark side of the Force and the consequences of that. Rey dying in the end, potentially. But we all know Disney can't kill the Disney princess, which is potentially why we got the ending we did. And yes, it would have been a much darker ending if Ben Solo were to survive.
I really learned a lot, and people are gonna love the new me.
But we can always have hope. Clearly Adam Driver and Steven Soderbergh do. And I especially like the fact they've referenced wanting to make it a character-driven story. Like I said, I think Kylo's character, Ben's character, is infinitely one of the most interesting characters from the sequel trilogy. Who he is, his bloodline, what he's had to go through, the decisions he's made, going down the dark side, it not living up to the expectation of what he thought it would be, him not necessarily being respected, the anger, the frustration. There's so much to play with there. And I think it's also interesting how everyone is kind of turning their frustration towards Bob Iger, the CEO of Disney. People now saying he is the real problem and the real decision maker behind the direction of Star Wars, why we are where we are now, which is, I don't know, man, where are we?
Good shot, baby.
Isn't it strange that the CEO of the company is the one making the decisions about which characters have to stay dead? I mean, is that based on sales projections? They don't think they're going to be able to sell enough Kylo Ren action figures or something like that? That seems absurd. And if I'm honest, this project kind of sounds cooler and more interesting than a lot of the other movies and series that are being made at the moment.